Hey guys, welcome back to some more Motorsport Manager and part 14 of our Force India career in Season 1 of the Ice mod. And today we have the American Grand Prix. We're just going to crack straight on with it. Try and reduce the time of this episode because uploading these takes forever. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys will appreciate that. We'll just get straight into it. We're going to simulate the practice round as usual, and we'll see whereabouts we are. So it's America. It's an oval track apparently, this one, so hopefully it doesn't get changed to an oval at some point, because I know that is in this game, changing the track layout. So yeah, an oval would be a pretty boring Grand Prix, wouldn't it? Although the Indy 500 was quite entertaining. I thought I watched a lot of it. Was gutted for Fernando Alonso when his engine blew up. Spoiler alert, but I mean, you know, you should have watched it by now if you wanted to. But let's have a look at where we are this weekend. Perez this time taking the sort of race simulation job. Ocon goes 4th, but remember, Perez has that super overtake button, which usually gives him about a second on Ocon. Perez 12th anyway on the hard tyres. Yeah, if you haven't watched the last episode, I do recommend you go and watch it. It was a very interesting one. Quite disappointing in the end, but no, I enjoyed it. But that's the end of practice, and Ocon in sort of 7th. That's a good sign for him. Sorry, he's in 8th, and Perez all the way down in 16th. But on a race simulation, so you know, that's not representative. And we'll try and sort out the setups. Yeah. Do we simulate Q1? Should we try it? Yeah, let's do that. And then this car setup. Well, his top speed is fine. So he wants more downforce. Well, maybe not that much actually. Should we go 16 and 26? Yeah. Yeah. Probably more understeer. Should we go for that? And then that? Why not? He wants a much stiffer setup. And then maybe just a little bit less downforce. Yeah, that looks good. Just check that there's... Yeah, right, that'll do. So let's simulate this. I'm a bit nervous about doing this, but hopefully they'll be able to get through. Yeah, Perez goes 5th, Ocon 11th, so that's fine. Perez only 3/10 off. That's incredible. Yeah, so that's the end of Q1. Is Ocon likely to get through? I don't really know. Perez is though. You know what? I think this session I'm gonna actually experiment with something. We're gonna try and get Perez through on the medium tyres, and I know that's a massive risk at this stage, but I think Perez has enough pace to go out and do that. So that's why I'm actually sitting in this session. Well, Ocon's definitely not going to get through on that. But we start at Q2. I think that's probably the most exciting point in the weekend, because we know we're going to get through Q1 generally. I mean, Q3 last time out was very exciting. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out, please. Please go and check it out. But Perez only a couple of tenths off pole position at the moment, which would be a terrific achievement. If he could do that. So yeah, let's see how Perez does on the medium tyres. I'm expecting him to be slower, but if he could get through on the medium tyres, that would really, really help the race. Keep an eye on Ocon as well. So Perez about 8 tenths off at the moment. And here he comes round the final corner. Where does Perez fit in all this? He goes second at the moment, a second off the pace. And we'll keep an eye on whereabouts he is. Ocon's still 4 tenths off Perez. Goodness me. On the soft tyres. So that shows me that Perez has done enough to get through. And I think that would be a good strategy to go for. I think we're at the point in the season now where we can take a few risks with things. Ocon currently in the top 10, but Verstappen is going to get in there. So that's unfortunate. Ocon in 11th at the moment, so he's going to have to book his ideas up. We'll send him out now, why not? A brand new set of super soft tyres. And see what he can do. I think Perez is through. I don't think they're all going to improve, so I think that'll be good. We haven't improved the car at all since the last episode. It's been quite a tight turnaround, so no upgrades for this round. I'm starting to think, should we stop development of the car to save a bit of money before next season? I think that's probably a good idea, and we'll keep an eye on Ocon. He's now on his flying lap. Hopefully he can go a bit quicker than he has been. Yeah, he's going a little bit quicker in Sector 1. He needs to be up where Perez is. You know, Perez is on a different tyre, and Ocon's just nowhere near him. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be much of an improvement, but we'll have a look. Here comes Esteban Ocon. What's this going to be? That's an improvement, but he just misses out by 16 thousandths of a second, and he's going to have to settle for 11th place. I think Hulkenberg's improving. I don't know if he'll have enough to get through to the top 10, but why don't we keep an eye on him? Hulkenberg come through the last couple of corners. He is slightly quicker than Ocon through the first two sectors, and here comes Hulkenberg, and he stays 13th. Yeah, interesting that Verstappen went out again, but I guess he was. Oh, Verstappen's putting a very good lap, quicker than Ricciardo, so he goes 5th. Yeah, so Perez on the medium tyres for the race tomorrow, wherever he starts, which I think is quite good. I think that's quite good. I think we'll do that with Ocon as well, maybe start him on the medium or hard tyres, because he's starting 11th, so you know, keep an eye on that. Hamilton currently quickest at the moment, going into Q3, but you never know. You never know what can happen. Vettel's very often pulled out very, very quick laps, but it's only really them two that have been competing for poles so far. I mean, Raikkonen did it a few races ago, I think, but going out in Q2 then, we've got Esteban Ocon, Stoffel Vandoorne, Nico Hulkenberg, Marcus Ericsson and Carlos Sainz Jr. So going into Q3 then, can we get Sergio Perez as high as we can? Because remember, he is starting on the medium tyres, which yeah, means that he's got a strategical advantage, but that'll mean nothing if he starts 10th. So he needs to get as high up as he can. Stroll and Massa using medium tyres, so we should be much quicker than them. Put that on auto, just so he can do it himself, basically, instead of us. Because I don't know how it works, really. I couldn't be bothered to just keep moving it around. You know, they tend to get in a decent area. Tyres are in a good range. and the brakes are okay. So here we go. Let's see how Sergio Perez does on this lap. He has got a bit of traffic in Fernando Alonso. Or is that... No, that's a Red Bull, sorry. Don't know which Red Bull it is, but Hamilton currently going quickest. Perez a 10th off his pace at the moment. He goes down the inside of the Red Bull there. He's only 2.7 tenths off Hamilton at the moment, and here we go. Here comes Perez. Where's he going to finish? That's a 1:25.7. Hamilton goes 5 tenths quicker. Vettel goes to second. Bottas is probably going to finish third. Here comes Valtteri Bottas through to the line, and he goes fourth. So he's behind us, actually. Raikkonen behind us as well. So Perez currently fifth. Where's Ricciardo going to fit into all this? Here he comes now. Ricciardo coming through. He can only manage fifth. What about Verstappen? He's been slightly quicker than Ricciardo this weekend. Where does Verstappen fit into all this? He goes seventh. Wow. So Perez currently in third position. Alonso's managed to make it up to eighth. Obviously the Williams are on a totally different strategy. I don't know what they're doing, but Perez will be pleased with that. Third place. That's not too bad. And starting on the medium tyres, could that be a podium chance tomorrow? Could that be a podium chance? You don't know. You never know. So we'll send Perez out again, see if he can improve. I think he can probably shave a couple of tenths off that, but because we did have a little bit of traffic, but I don't think we're going to be in the race for pole. Be 2 poles in a row, of course. We got pole position in the Japanese Grand Prix, which was unbelievable. Perez not going as quickly through the first sector, about a tenth slower than his time, and now he's caught behind a Mercedes. Oh no, it's a Williams, sorry. I find it difficult to tell which cars are which from this car. Oh dear, might as well just bring him in. He's not going to improve, so I'll bring him in. And that's that. What a disappointing last lap that was. You'd expect the likes of Bottas and Raikkonen and Verstappen to improve. Verstappen is going green in his sectors, and he's gone green in sector 2 as well. How's he gonna finish the lap though? He might move ahead of Raikkonen. Here comes Verstappen, he comes through now, and he goes 6th. He does move ahead of Raikkonen, just behind his teammate though, Daniel Ricciardo. He'll be disappointed with that because he had Daniel Ricciardo all weekend. Massa's just gone quicker than Lance Stroll. Right at the end, Raikkonen has gone 4th, right at the death there. I don't know where he's pulled out that extra time, but Raikkonen goes 4th. I mean that Verstappen drops down to 7th, and it means Sergio Perez starts in 3rd on the medium tyres. That's surely got to be a good thing. It surely has to be. But it's Lewis Hamilton that is once again on pole position. Sebastian Vettel in 2nd. Sergio Perez in 3rd. So let's not waste any time hanging about and get straight into this Grand Prix. Yeah. So Perez on the medium tyres. Do we put Ocon onto the hard tyres? Do we do that and that, I think. Race trim and hard tyres. Let's do that. Oops. So I want to change him to the hard tyres. And just try and make him go as long as possible. So Perez is going to push from the outside, whereas Ocon's just going to go at normal pace. And here we go then. We'll put them both on Ocon. On auto, sorry. 5 red lights. Lights out, away we go. Perez off to a poor start, but manages to get the second phase of the start done correctly. Ocon drops down just a little bit. Remember, Perez is on the medium tyre, so We expect him to lose a few positions early on, but hopefully gain them through pit strategy. He's down to 5th currently. Oh dear, 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 dear. He's down to 8th now. Oh, he's coming back through though, up to 6th. We're just going to keep him on super overtake and attack for the first lap, and then reduce him straight down to medium after that. So, there's a Williams having a look. We're having a quick look at Daniel Ricciardo, who's currently in 5th place. I think Verstappen has lost a lot of places at the start. Ocon has lost a lot of places. He's down in 16th place at the moment. That's disappointing. So Perez going straight down to medium, trying to make these tyres last as long as possible. And then we can hopefully take a set of softs to the end of the race after that. So Perez down to 7th at the moment. Let's check up on Esteban Ocon. He's not too far behind the leading pack, but he's down in 15th, which is far enough behind. He needs to get through past these Saubers and try and get his way back up into contention for the points. He's just past, I think that was Stoffel Van Dorn. I don't quite know what's happened with him. But Palmer's out. The yellow flag is out. I don't think it's going to be a safety car. Van Dorn is in the pits. Is that off the track? No. Ocon up to 14th then. So he's coming back closer to the points. Perez in 7th as it stands. Obviously he's on a different strategy on these medium tyres, so hopefully he can make up the time he's lost back. He's now in clear air, so that should help him. He's up to 5th now. People have come into the pits and put on the hard tyres. We need to make these medium tyres last long enough so that we can you know, get strategic advantage out of them. There's no point coming in when all the people on soft tyres are coming in. We need to go out there and make them last long enough. So Ocon in 12th at the moment. He's still on the hard tyres, trying to make these last as long as possible. I think maybe conserve even for Ocon. Perez is now into the lead of the Grand Prix, just ahead of a lapped car. Sainz is in 2nd. He hasn't stopped yet, but Perez currently setting fastest sectors, which is very, very interesting indeed, considering he's on pretty old medium tyres. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll see. I'm assuming people are going to set better laps, but Perez currently leading the Grand Prix. We'll let him go for another couple of laps. Well, maybe one more lap actually, and then bring him in next lap. I mean, he's on dodgy tyres now. I don't know how long soft tyres will last. That's the problem. Maybe pull him onto a set of hards and just take him to the end of the race. Yeah, so here he comes round for one more lap. So we'll say take the hell out of them and put them onto the hard, or hold on, what's that doing up there? Right, so there's going to be 10 laps remaining. They can't go at the end surely, and you have to use one of each type of tyre. So parts are looking fine. Yeah, so just bring in Perez and put him onto the hard tyres. And hopefully that'll be good. So here we go. We should make it to the end of the lap. All right, here he comes into the pit lane. Then let's watch this and hope that nothing happens. He's away. That's good. And he can go away nicely. He's just come out behind Felipe Massa, so Take that how you will. Ocon currently in 13th place on the same piece of road as Sergio Perez, who's on a completely different strategy. He's already pitted. Ocon's just locked up, so that'll have destroyed his tyres a little bit. I mean, maybe we just back up the cars behind and allow teammate through. Yeah. His tyres don't seem to be going down. Well, they've just gone down there. I was thinking that could be an exploit. But Perez now in 11th position, so he's making his way back up the field. There's still people ahead that haven't stopped. Alonso's just passed us, so. But we're expecting that a lot of these people might have to pit again. So Perez on the brand new set of tyres should be okay till the end of the Grand Prix. We will just wait a couple of laps before we push him. So on is the car in front now, and we need Perez to be the one to get past him quite easily. So here we go then. Surely we've got to get past nice and easily here, and there we go. Ocon lets him through, which is good. So Perez can now push. We'll keep an eye on Ocon. We're going to keep him going for just a couple of more laps. He didn't manage to do his job there. He was meant to back up Fernando Alonso, but never mind. Never mind. Let's bring him in this lap then and do that. I mean, his engine's not looking great, but should we risk it? Right, okay. Let's just do that. So, Ocon can come in this lap. Sergio Perez currently in 6th position, so that would be some very good points for this Grand Prix. The people ahead of us will need to pit again. I don't think Perez is going to have to pit again, which is the good thing. They're either going to have to pit or take the tyres to extreme limits, so Perez is in a good position. He's in 5th and doesn't have to pit again. He's got a decent amount of fuel to burn, so speaking of fuel, let's get him on overtake. See if Ocon can make a late surge up the field, back into the top 10, and get a couple of points for us. So Perez is currently probably the fastest guy out there with a chance of winning this Grand Prix. Everybody ahead has to pit. Surely they're not going to take them to the end of the race. So things are looking good. I think Perez has to set a qualifying lap now. So let's go on super overtake just for this lap. Just for this lap, and see if we can get a bit of a lead. That's not none of your concern, Perez. So here we go. Perez going much quicker. Oh, his engine's blown up. Oh dear. Let's just turn the engine down, son. Turn the engine down. So Perez currently leading the Grand Prix. This could be a chance to win. We've got 3 laps remaining. Perez doesn't need a pit. He's 10 seconds ahead of Marcus Ericsson in 2nd place. The only one that can challenge is Kimi Räikkönen on the soft tyres, but he's got to make his way through traffic. Perez is looking good for a race victory here, which would make up for last time out where we had a disappointing result. Let's have a look at how this is going to work. I think Perez can be fine and just push a little bit more. His front wing isn't looking great. Some parts are on the verge of breaking. One part has broke. What has broke? Oh, the engine. Low. Let's get Ocon to the end of the race. Perez now. Please, engine can't blow up, surely. Conserve the tyres. Final lap of the Grand Prix. We haven't got much. But Perez is looking like he's going to win. Daniel Ricciardo in second. Raikkonen in third. They're surely not gonna manage to get near us. I mean, Ricciardo is pushing like a maniac. He's almost onto the same piece of road, but here comes Sergio Perez round the final corner, and Sergio Perez wins here in Phoenix. He's won our first Grand Prix ever. Force India have won their first Grand Prix. We have won our first Grand Prix of the season, the first Grand Prix of the career mode. Unbelievable. And that moment where I picked medium tyres in Q2, I think was the key. Going that extra couple of laps before we had to stop meant that we could stop once less. And Sergio Perez has won in Phoenix. He's nursed the car home just about. We've done it. Look at that top 10 though. Ricciardo in second, Raikkonen third, Vettel fourth, Marcus Ericsson in fifth. His best ever performance. Lewis Hamilton all the way down in sixth. I don't think he's won the title. I think Ricciardo may have... How many points? It's 18 points and 8. So I think Ricciardo can still technically win this World Championship. Unbelievable. Carlos Sainz in 7th, Hulkenberg 8th, Grosjean 9th, and Magnussen 10th. Don't know what happened to Vettel. Vettel finished 4th. Yeah. And I highly doubt any of this is going to come into play. So there we have it. Sergio Perez wins the US Grand Prix. He started third on the grid, had a bit of a poor start, but we were on a different strategy. We managed to go a couple of laps more, put in that qualifying lap just after those guys pitted, and then nursed the car home after that. So, yeah, there you have it. We have won our first Grand Prix of the career mode. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. So Daniel Ricciardo in second and Kimi Raikkonen in third. That's our first podium for a long time, and we go back up to 6th in the drivers' standings. We're still technically in the race for 5th, but I think Vettel is definitely going to outscore us. Max Verstappen might struggle to get 20 more points in the next 2 Grand Prix. We've virtually secured 4th with that. Brilliant victory. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it, guys. Oh, that's got to be worth a thumbs up down below. What an amazing Grand Prix. I never expected to win a Grand Prix this season. Never really expected to get back on the podium, to be quite honest with you. Perez is going to be delighted. His stats are going up. Ocon down in 14th again. Just disappointing, isn't it? You know, he started 11th. He shouldn't be finishing below his starting position. And I think that does virtually confirm that Ocon is going to be gone. I mean, 18. He's nearly 100 points behind Sergio Perez. That's the reality of it. That is the reality of it. And, well, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the engine that we've made. Well, it'll be on here, won't it? So there we go. They want that. So it's 100% reliable, and it's a decent performance level, so that can go in Ocon's car, I think. Let's accept the interview. Yeah, Hamilton wants to join us. He does want to join us, I swear. Anyway, we've got the Brazilian Grand Prix coming up in the next episode, and then after that we've got the season finale in Doha, and then we'll have the driver transfer market. might be in a totally separate video, getting ready for season 2. But anyway, that is where we're going to leave that. What an amazing episode. We shall just leave it on this screen here. No, we won't. On this screen, and do that, and confirm that we have won a race. You're not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Hopefully, pinching myself. Oh, that hurts actually. So means I'm definitely not dreaming. Yeah. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.